Hey, it's Jared. I have 10 things that you should know about the new Rodecaster video. I'm going to do a full review, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when that video comes out. But we're going to jump right into 10 things that you need to know about this new device from Rode. First of all, it's an all-in-one design. Now, we know Rode as an audio company primarily, and they have a few video-centric devices for live streaming. But Rode has always just been known for their Rodecaster, their microphones, and all of that good stuff. Now, with this video device that allows for video switching, video live streaming, and all of that good stuff, this is an all-in-one solution that gives you complete production capabilities in one standalone device. Now, in my full review, I'm going to go through all of the features that I found useful for this device. The second thing that you need to know is that there are multiple video inputs. We have 4 HDMI inputs and 2 USB-C inputs. And so with the 4 inputs, you can see that I have utilized here. I can switch between different camera angles, see all of those. I can also create dynamic scenes and stuff like that that integrate all of my camera angles, which is great. But I can also attach 2 USB-C devices as well. And those could be webcams, PTZ style cameras that support USB-C, and then also many of the modern mirrorless cameras like Sony mirrorless cameras support USB webcam protocol and could be connected via USB-C right to the back of this device, giving you as many as 6 cameras that you can choose from. Now, the third thing you need to know is the scene customizer. That is one thing that differentiates this device from a lot of other video switchers like it, is the ability to create dynamic scenes and deploy those on the go. Now, I can build scenes within the device. I could come in here and start to build out scenes. You can see that I have cameras that are available, and then I can map scenes to any of these buttons, and I can just toggle through and build these out and customize these, see picture in picture and all of these different scene options. But I can also use the software as well. Rode Central has a scene builder, and I could come in here and customize any of these scenes. So if I switch to one of these scenes that I have built, you can see here that I have the ability for camera 1 and camera 2 to adjust that. If I switch to this like all cameras up view, I have all of these different camera views, including a background that I can set. I could set an image or video as a background, and I could customize all of these to different inputs. So for example, I wanted to change, let's say camera 1 to a media file instead, maybe to a video or a photo. I can easily do that. And so the scene customization is a major feature of this, and then just being able to deploy those scenes really easily at the push of a button makes it a simple desktop solution for live stream and video production. The fourth thing you need to know is its audio capabilities. It's not a Rode device if it doesn't have best-in-class audio capabilities. There are 2 XLR inputs on the back of this device, which allow you to bring in any XLR input. A variety of Rode mics are fully supported, as well as most other microphones can be pulled in there. You then also have a couple of other inputs that you can use for additional audio channels. But you have a ton of different audio channels that are available. For example, if we go into Rode Central and take a look at the audio mixer, you can see we have HDMI, wireless, combos, video clips, sounds, Bluetooth, USB, and we can add even more that we can add into our live mix. I have a wireless handheld Rode mic here, and if I power this on and make sure that it is paired to the Rodecaster video, you can see it is already pulling in audio into the wireless 1 channel. So with the antennas here that are on the device, I could wirelessly connect from any Rode Series 4 wireless microphones and also Bluetooth inputs and get audio into this device as well. So need a handheld, just simply pair it to the device, add it as an audio channel into the live mix, and it's really easy. That's one of the beauties of this device, is that it's an all-in-one system that supports both your video and your audio. But of course, if you need to add more microphones, perhaps you're doing a podcast and you have 4 microphones and you want all of those wired in, this will work perfectly with a Rodecaster Pro. You simply connect them over USB-C, and then you can utilize the Rodecaster along with the Rodecaster Video for a fully built-out audio set to have full control over your audio as well as your video. So Rodecaster Video is definitely expandable. The Rodecaster Video by itself itself includes all of the advanced audio processing tools that we've been given in other Rode devices, like the Rodecaster audio mixer. We have Aphex audio processing with EQ, compressor, noise gate, high pass filter, de-esser, and effects like the aural exciter and big bottom. All of those features are built in here, and I can customize those by going right here and going into the settings, and I can increase and decrease the decibel by turning the knob, adjusting the different processors on the audio. And then of course I can easily do that from Rodecaster Video as well by clicking on the little gear icon and making those adjustments in Rode Central. The 2-inch high-resolution touch interface makes it really easy for navigating around this device when you're not connected to a computer. Obviously, Rode Central gives you software that makes it a little bit easier to control, but if you don't have a computer to connect to, this device works standalone. As you can see here, I'm recording into this device. I'm recording to a SSD that's connected to it. I'm also outputting to an external monitor, but I always have my little display here to let me know what's going on. You can see I'm recording. You can see that if I was live streaming, I would have the live stream counter there. I can make changes to pretty much anything from within the device simply by tapping one of these function buttons to get into one of the other features. The 7th thing you should know is that this has streaming functionality. It can stream to major platforms over Wi-Fi, or it has an Ethernet port on the back as well. And then of course you can always connect this USB-C to your computer and live stream through a browser that way as well. But on top of that, as I mentioned, you can also record to an external SSD. So if you have cameras connected, obviously you can record to those cameras if those cameras that you're using support that, but then you can also record to the SSD, and then you could live stream to all major platforms, and it also supports popular live streaming protocols so that you could choose whatever tool you want to integrate with. Number 8 is auto switching. This is a almost magical feature that allows the device to switch camera angles based on audio. So maybe in audio editing before you've used an auto ducking feature, which automatically pans the audio or switches and lowers the audio of another person who's not talking so that the person who is talking can be heard more clearly. This auto ducking feature they took and turned it into auto switching so that if I'm on a microphone and my voice is more prominent in this microphone, it will automatically switch to that camera angle. And then when the other speaker starts talking and their audio becomes more prominent, it will switch back over to them. And this happens almost like magic. It's very easy to set up. If we go into Rode Central and go into auto switching, then we can click get started, and you can see here we can choose a camera. So if I wanted to switch between camera 1 and camera 2, I can set a priority. So let's say I'm the host and I want to be high priority. I can set that here and set that to camera 1. And then I set the audio link as well. So if the audio for the first speaker is on HDMI 1, I set that. Maybe it was on the wireless mic or something like that. I can configure that. And then on the second camera, maybe I set that to 2. Notice that I also have that camera toggled on, and then I set the audio for that. And then when I'm recording or live streaming and this is enabled, it's going to automatically switch back and forth between camera angles. Now you do need 2 people in the room, you need 2 people on different microphones, and you should have your cameras all set up nice in an interview style format or whatever format you're looking for. But the auto switching feature is going to save you from having to have a third person behind the deck live switching everything. Or of course, if you're doing it all by yourself, you would have to live switch your own video, which is a little bit distracting. Set the Rodecaster Video off to the side, get it all configured for auto switching, and let the Rodecaster Video do all the work. Number 9 is that this device has built-in Chroma Keying, and that happens on device. So if I switch to a specific camera and hit the keying button, I can then choose the type of fill that I want, so green or blue, and set what I want for the background, and instantly that will take place. Now I don't have a green screen behind me, so it's not going to do anything. I'll go ahead and remove that key, but it's a fantastic feature to be able to have that built right into the device, and all that processing is handled right here on the device. So easy background replacement on the Rodecaster Video without needing to include any third-party software. And the last thing, the 10th thing that you should know, which I've mentioned and shown you a little bit throughout this video, is that everything can be remote controlled and customized from the Rode Central software. We have the scene builder, which allows us to customize our scenes and make changes and select a camera and move that around and resize things very easily from a screen, and so it's much easier to do that than it is right here. We have the audio mixer, which allows us complete control over every audio track that the Rodecaster video supports, from audio that comes in through our cameras over HDMI to XLR inputs to wireless and Bluetooth devices that are connected as well. We can completely customize and manage all of our audio levels right from Rode Central. We also have our device configuration where we can set our 2 HDMI outputs for monitors, so you can have a program and a multi-view monitor if you'd like. You can set up your frame rates, set up what type of switching you want, whether you want instant or studio mode switching. You can set up your recording to record ISO files, which means that not only am I getting a fully edited, as I switch, a fully edited, finalized video file on the SSD, but I'm also getting ISO files for each individual channel. So each channel I am getting an HD 30p file recorded here so that I have a backup. I'm recording on my cameras. Those cameras are being recorded in 4K. And then over HDMI into this device, it's capturing for each channel HD 30, and then of course going to the SSD, I'm also getting a finalized HD file as well. In Rode Central, we also have the ability to control audio for headphones because there are 2 headphone outputs here, which we can customize. We also have a monitor out, we have a multi-track out, and we can control that for USB or recording as well. So right now I have audio going out over USB to the computer, so I'm capturing audio at the computer level as well, which is awesome. And then we also have HDMI output. For my HDMI output, do I want audio going out to the preview monitor or do I want no mix going out at all? I could turn that off and make my monitor just a monitor that shows me all of the preview and everything. It doesn't include the audio. There are situations where you might want that. You could adjust your brightness. You can control the device here. You could see that we're connected Wi-Fi and it shows me the IP address. We also have the ability to connect via Ethernet. I showed you earlier the audio switching, and then we also can connect stream profiles as well so that we can set up custom profiles and configurations for this device. You can see here we have this default one here. I can create additional profiles for each show. So if I have a custom profile for a 2-person podcast, and then a custom profile for me just direct to camera, and a custom profile for a 3 or a 4-person shoot, we can customize all of that and save profiles in Rodecaster Video to easily push all of those settings here. So those are 10 things that you should know about the Rodecaster Video. Make sure to check back because soon I will have my full complete review showing you all of the features and how to utilize this device in your everyday workflow. Rodecaster Video is available now. I've got links in the description for you to check out. To the Rodecaster Video, there's a nice cover for it, including new color-coded Rode HDMI cables as well. So you'll want to check out those links. If you have any questions or thoughts, share them down in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe and we'll see you back in another one soon. Take care.